Reddit accounts abandoned for disturbing reasons. Do y'all use Reddit? What the hell is Reddit for?
The now abandoned Sustanet account on Reddit looks very ordinary at first glance. Most of its posts were about collecting virtual pets like Tamagotchis or the wildly popular tabletop
Y'all remember Tamagotchis?
war game Warhammer 40,000. More specifically, Sustanet was interested in painting Warhammer minifigures and sharing his work on the internet. On the 1st of November 2020, he shared another one of these minifigures on the Warhammer subreddit.
That's fire, low-key.
This one was a bit different. The finished product. My girlfriend's 9-year-old daughter planned and painted this scheme, with a bit of help from me on the helmet and small bits. She is very proud, and it looks pretty darn good. This post didn't receive much attention at the time.
Hold on. Peep the Bob's Burgers in the back, too, though.
She is very proud, and it looks pretty darn good. This post didn't receive much attention at the time, but the few replies it did receive were very positive. Your girlfriend's 9-year-old daughter paints better than any pro painter I've ever seen on eBay. Great work. She should be proud. That's
that was fire,
better
though.
Than some stuff I see from adults. But more recent comments had a much different tone. Have a horrible time in jail.
What?
She would have been an amazing artist. She could have grown up to be such an amazing artist if she wanted to. I'm sorry, Maddie.
What?
At first, it's unclear what they're referencing, until you look a bit further. The incident started on February 26, 2024. At around 4:30 p.m., Jennifer Soto went to the Hunters Creek Middle School in Orlando, Florida to pick up her daughter Madeline, or known to most as Maddie. But when she asked for Maddie, school staff told her that her daughter never arrived that day.
Huh?
Jennifer initially presumed that Maddie must have gone to her grandmother's office, which was close to the school. Unfortunately, she wasn't there either. So she began searching for Maddie in the surrounding areas on her own, and also told someone to call the police.
911, what's the location of your emergency? And do you need police, fire, or medical?
Police, possibly. I'm reporting a missing child.
Maddie was officially reported missing at around 8 p.m., triggering an immediate search and rescue effort. Over 50 members of the emergency response team went door to door in the neighborhood, asking if anyone had seen Maddie earlier that day. However, despite looking for her all night, they couldn't find a single clue about her whereabouts. The person who dropped her off at school was Jennifer's boyfriend of 7 years, the owner of the Sustanet Reddit account, Stephen Stearns. When asked about it, he claimed Maddie asked to be dropped off a few blocks away from the school so her friends wouldn't see her in Stephen's old car.
So it's like around where these communities
He lying.
were?
Okay.
And it's just like in this stretch.
That night, Stearns showed deputies the spot where he says Madeline got out of his car, a silver Lincoln MKZ.
She had also left her phone at home that morning and didn't have a smartwatch or any other trackable devices on her. But just as the situation was starting to look hopeless, investigators found their first lead. Going through her phone revealed messages she sent to her friends where she talked about running away and living in the woods after she turned 13. This prompted a much wider search across the many hiking trails and wooded areas around the school, which unfortunately also led nowhere. With no other options, investigators turned their attention back towards immediate family, and especially Stephen. He was the last person who saw Maddie, turning him into a
I don't know.
suspect in her disappearance. Stephen, however, stuck to his story.
When I left her, she was on the other side of the street, rummaging through her backpack and just kind of moving towards the school area. So
He lying. He stuttered too hard. I caught it. He did it.
In the meantime, Jennifer went to the media to help spread the word about her missing daughter.
I want her to be okay. I want her to be safe. I don't want her to come back harmed.
Oh my God. What's up with people, bruh? Why the kids, man? What the fuck is going on?
I just want her back. Whatever that means. I just want her back.
What she didn't know was that the person responsible for Maddie's disappearance was sitting right beside her.
I knew it, bitch.
You see, Stephen had told the officers about multiple locations he went to after dropping off Maddie before returning home, including a vape shop and a game store. But when officers checked CCTV footage, they saw him driving in the area,
He like 70 vaping.
but never entering any of the places he claimed to have visited, almost as if he was just creating potential alibis in case he was ever questioned.
He was just lying.
CCTV footage around his apartment complex also showed him making a stop and discarding items into a dumpster before driving away, something he didn't mention at all during questioning. When investigators checked the dumpster, they found a school backpack containing Maddie's purple hoodie and her school laptop.
This bastard stoned him immediately. What was the purpose? We gotta study these type niggas' brains. We just gotta get all these niggas, right? Hear me out. We just gotta get all of them in one building and just one by one, and then use their brain as studies to stop the next generation of these motherfuckers from happening. They got enough money to do the weirdest shit. You telling me they ain't got enough money to do that idea? Stop playing with me if I get mad.
This resulted in Stefan getting arrested on the morning of February 28.
Look at this fucking rat.
Many aspects of the case were still unknown. The final piece of the puzzle was discovered on February 29th when police discovered CCTV footage of Stefan driving with Maddie strapped in the front seat. However, she was slumped over, indicating that she was likely knocked out.
Look at him! Look at this creepy bitch!
However, she was slumped over, indicating that...
Look at him! Oh yeah, he definitely creep. He the type to peek around the corner type like... He the type like, vibes, creep. Fuck this dude.
She was likely knocked out. This made even more sense when investigators also found a purchase record of him buying sevoflurane from Walmart 2 days before Maddie went missing. Sevoflurane, for those who don't know, is a medical anesthetic similar to chloroform. Footage from a hotel's parking lot also showed him taking her out of the front seat and putting her in the trunk.
What the fuck is he buying that? Like, what was his plan? He just did this out of spite? He just bought, what is it called? Sevoflurane out of spite and did this to this little kid? Y'all be like, oh man, Metri seemed like he don't like people. I don't. I fucking don't. I really don't, because it's people like this. And you never know who those people will be. So it's just like, fuck it, I don't like nobody.
Footage from a hotel's parking lot also showed him taking her out of the front seat and putting her in the trunk.
Disgusting.
Then, on the 1st of March, investigators received a tip from someone who saw him changing his car's tire on Hickory Tree Road on the morning of February 26. And a search of the area revealed that him having to stop on the road wasn't a coincidence. In a wooded area just off the road, officers found the remains of Maddie, hidden under some grass, confirming Jennifer's worst fear.
No. Can we, bro, I'd be like, bring back Stone and no. Bring back the fucking firing squad and let us like pay. Let us, oh my God. If the government really want to make some money, take a bundle of those, like I said earlier. Take a bundle of these type of people that like doing weird shit like this. We can either like do firing squad or we can just take their brain and study it. After the firing squad, and have us pay to like shoot the guns and shit. Oh my God, that should be so amazing.
Stefan was charged with first-degree murder and was sentenced to 21 life sentences without parole in July 2024. With the
pulls up three-pointer.
21 life sentences. Say that shit one more again, please. That shit was like music to my ears.
Sentenced to 21 life sentences without parole in July 2024.
Oh, me.
With the pictures of Maddie he previously posted on his now abandoned Reddit account serving as a constant reminder of his heinous crime.
No. That's a crazy
on September 3rd.
Reddit account that got left abandoned. Hold on. Hold on. The video title kind of matching up right now. That was low-key crazy as fuck.
2017, Reddit user Kuhn made a post on the stand-up comedy subreddit talking about the passing of comedian Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal doesn't get the proper recognition he deserves. If not for his unfortunate, untimely passing, he would without a doubt be considered the greatest comedian of all time.
My favorite comedian, R.I.P. Bernie Mac for sure. Mike Epps is cool. Cat Williams is cool. Jim Carrey, I love Jim Carrey. Adam Sandler, cool. Oh, what's his name? Jonah Hill.
And while many agreed with him in the comments, the top reply had a different tone. If not for his unfortunate, untimely early passing. Yeah, like your son. This comment.
Niggas just commenting. Yo.
And was referring to the tragedy that happened just 3 days after this post. Almost a year before this post, the OP posted a picture of a baby holding a computer mouse to his ear titled, "My son thinks everything is a phone." It was a very innocent, wholesome post. Sadly, a year later, it would become a reminder of the horrific incident that happened on October 3, 2017.
But like, they just commented that under Reddit? Okay.
Day, 27-year-old Christopher Kuhn, the man behind the Kill a Kuhn account, took his then 2-year-old son to the Levittown Town Center Walmart in Pennsylvania. But he wasn't there to shop. Immediately after entering the store, Christopher tried to shoplift a $228 soundbar. He was confronted by security officers trying to stop him from leaving. Security also called the police, resulting in him getting more scared, shouting, "You can't hold me here," and rushing back to his car with his 2-year-old son. The son climbed into the back seat, leading Christopher to make the worst mistake he could have made in that situation.
No.
He forgot to strap him into the toddler seat. Instead, he climbed into the driver's seat and sped off. He wasn't even being chased by the police yet, but
he fucking didn't.
He kept driving at an unsafe speed. He then tried to run a red light at an intersection.
I don't want to hear the rest. Oh my god, I'm not ready for this. No way.
Just a few hundred feet from the Walmart. Unfortunately, that's where his luck ran out. In an effort to flee the scene, he T-boned another vehicle, resulting in his car rolling over. Christopher himself was buckled in, allowing him to come out of the crash with minimal injuries. Sadly, his son was ejected from the car and landed violently on the roadway, passing away on the spot. Witnesses also saw Christopher stepping out of the car and looking at the remains of his own son before continuing to flee on foot. Fortunately, the police arrived at the scene moments later.
Bro, he wasn't okay in the head. It's no way. First of all, he trying to steal a sound bar. And I'm imagining a sound bar like big as hell. So just off the rip, they should have known he wasn't right in the head.
Arrested Christopher, who was trying to hide in the plants next to the road. Further investigation revealed that he was under the influence of drugs, which may have contributed to his erratic behavior.
Oh my gosh.
Christopher also turned out to have an extensive criminal record, including theft, fraud, terroristic threats against his wife, and many more.
Oh yeah. You gotta stone that nigga. You stone him. Stone him. Stone people like him. Leave firing squads for like the other people. We gotta stone him though. He gotta go.
He was also driving with a suspended license due to prior drug possession. He stood trial on March 28, 2018 on charges of third-degree murder, child endangerment, and others. He was later sentenced to 8.5 to 30 years in prison. And as far as I was able to find, he remains behind bars with no reports of his...
Keep him there. 8.5 years for that? No. He got a rotten nerve.
Please. On the 11th of August 2018, Reddit user Galpticose posted a very run-of-the-mill meme on the Dank Memes subreddit. There was nothing too notable about it, and it received little attention at the time. But if you visit the post today, you'll see strange comments like, "Bro, this is crazy. The history behind this guy is actually insane. This is actually
Bro, I hate when people comment that, and they don't even be explaining what the hell is going on. Oh, what he did was so crazy. Motherfuckers be in the comments scrolling. Fuck did he do? Nobody leaves an explanation. That's why I stay off the internet. I hate this shit, man.
Disturbing. He's probably in hell now." They seem very out of place at first, but learning what the owner of this account did, they're not all that surprising. You see, there were two constants on the Galpticose Reddit account, Fortnite and depression. The owner of the account, 19-year-old Farhan Tawheed, often discussed his mental health struggles with others on the site, and things seemed to be looking up for him. One of the most recent comments on his account was a reply to a post asking depressed people how they were doing that day, to which Farhan...
Depressed people, how are you doing today? I'm telling you. Life gets better, bro. Life was depressing at one point for me. But like, I didn't give up.
Replied, "The past few weeks have been great. I finally moved on from 2 toxic relationships that I was trying to hold on to for way too long."
And relationships be like the main idea of why sometimes. Like a good percentage of, don't you think? Honestly, just don't look for it. Just let it find you. Keep grinding and let it find you.
Thanks for asking. It looked like he was looking forward to improving his life. Unfortunately, that's not how things played out. The incident happened on the night of April 5th at around 1 a.m. when Farhan posted a Google Drive link to his Instagram. Inside was a 7-page document detailing what he was about to do and why. It opened with the chilling line, "Hey everyone, I killed myself and my family. If I'm going..." going to die, I might as well get some attention. The rest of the document went on to detail the plan he made with his brother to purchase guns and take out the rest of his family when the time came. He talked about how his depression had persisted for most of his life, and that there were many people who tried to help him, but they all failed and eventually ended up ghosting him. In a segment about happiness, he wrote, "It's not fair. I did everything right, every little thing right, and I'm still just apathetic. Everyone's allowed to worry about their future, and I can't even think about what I'm going to do tomorrow without enduring an existential crisis. It's not fair how everyone can be so content while I can't even fathom being happy. No matter what I do, I just can't be happy."
This ain't the way though, twin. What the fuck? What is he doing? What did he do?
He also mentioned his reason for ending his family as well, which essentially boiled down to they'll be sad after he's gone, so this is a better option.
Brother, what? No way. This is not real. This can't be real. This can't be real.
Well, which essentially boiled down to they'll be sad after he's gone, so this is a better option.
What?
He was clearly facing serious mental struggles, but at this point it was already too late. One of his friends noticed the concerning Instagram post.
Oh my god, that's so scary. And then people like that don't be talking. I don't know if like he reached out to people and like really talked about this in real life and tried to get some help behind this. Most of the time people don't even be talking. Like people be so embarrassed to be vulnerable. It's not embarrassing to be vulnerable, gang. This is life.
And requested a welfare check. Officers arrived at the scene just a few minutes later. Unfortunately, there was nothing they could do. The house was fully locked, and by the time they managed to break in, all 6 family members had already passed away from gunshot wounds, leaving Farhan's abandoned Reddit account as a snapshot of how he felt leading up to the brutal massacre.
This is insane.
NM writes, or Nicholas
Hold on,
Cassot
bro.
became
I need a breather, twin. God, dog, this is a crazy video. If I had to watch this, y'all gotta watch this with me too, bro. I thought it was gonna be like kind of weak, but it just like turned up.
NM writes, or Nicholas Cassot became a prominent horror fiction writer on Reddit in 2019, with some of his stories receiving tens of thousands of upvotes.
Ooh, are any of my subs like some writers? Like, do y'all write poems? Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. I'm interested.
What none of his readers knew, however, was that the writer of these fictional horror stories would end up living through something similar himself. As a fan's comment on his last post on Reddit states, "You were always a good writer, but a bad husband."
Damn.
His crime first came to light on December 2nd.
The comments they be leaving under that he's pointing out is like, what the hell?
His crime first came to light on December 2nd, 2022. When a group of hunters found a human torso inside a plastic container at a hunting park in Riceboro, Georgia. When police arrived at the scene, they found another plastic container and a knife nearby. A more thorough search of the area also revealed several other dismembered parts of the same person, scattered in a 3-mile radius of the initial finding. Unfortunately, it took until May 11 to identify the person through DNA testing. This turned out to be Mindy Cassot, a 40-year-old woman from Savannah, Georgia. The very next day, police arrested 4-year-old Nicholas Cassot, known online as NM Wright.
This is him? Ew, he look like melting ice cream. Ew, this is those like, what is the internet calling these type niggas? Chuds? I can't believe I said that bullshit. But this is a chud for shit show, twin.
As the prime suspect in the case, he was married to another woman named Samantha by this point and was living with her in Pennsylvania. Investigation into his past revealed that Mindy Cassot was actually his second wife. He got divorced from his first wife and was ordered to pay $1.5 million in alimony in 2016.
Ooh.
But instead of paying the amount, he went on the run and married Mindy the same year. They ended up moving to many different places over the years, eventually settling in an Airbnb with her parents in Savannah, Georgia. Then, on the 1st of December 2022, he told her parents that she went to the hospital for high blood pressure related issues. There, the situation got worse and she ended up passing away due to a stroke. Not long after that, he moved to Pennsylvania to marry Samantha, his now third wife. This appeared to be a very open and shut case of him taking the life of
getting women? Hey man, if you feel like you out and down, look at this fat bastard.
his wife and running away to
He had 3 wives. If you think you ain't gonna ever get a wife, look at him.
a new location to hide. He stood trial on August 5, 2025, and that's when he came out with
Why did he just say the date like that? August 5?
and that's when he came out with his version of what happened, which to any of his readers sounded like another one of the fictional stories he used to write on Reddit. According to Nick, his name appeared in a 2016 article about exposing a scandal in the US military. Looking through that article now, it shows that his name was only mentioned in passing and had little to do with the scandal. But according to Nick, he started experiencing strange occurrences after this mention, like unauthorized charges on his bank account or mail disappearing from his mailbox. So he contacted the FBI.
Fuck wrong with his eye?
Charges on his bank account or mail disappearing from his mailbox. So he
Nah, he in there lying his ass off. His eye twitching and shit. He moving his hands too much. Yeah, he in there lying.
contacted the FBI, and that's when he met an FBI agent named Jim McIntyre. Nick claimed that Jim became his handler from that point on. He managed his finances, helped him move several times to avoid the powerful people who were after him, and even helped him sell one of his horror stories to Sony. Jim even went as far as to get him a remote job at a software company. This resulted in him and Mindy fully trusting Jim and doing everything he said, even sticking with him through disagreements.
You didn't cut ties with Jim, correct?
We did not, no. Mindy felt that Jim was our, our angel. She said, he had made mistakes, but, we would be in the position to fix all those mistakes, and if we stopped working together, then who knows, if his resolve to see this end in our favor was going to go away,
Nick then told the same story he told her parents, that she went to the hospital for a checkup and ended up passing away. He also added that the hospital had cremated her remains before he could see her. Mindy's mother...
I'd have been like, look at me, bitch. Do I look some type of stupid? Like what is he talking about? He thought somebody was gonna fall for that? What do you mean the hospital cremated her before you could see her? What? Are you high?
He also added that the hospital had cremated her remains before he could see her. Mindy's mother later testified that she believed Nick because she had no reason not to. He also
and she believed that idiotic shit. Ain't no way, twin. He don't even look like a trustworthy guy.
Told her that Mindy likely died due to the carelessness of a nurse and that he was going to file a lawsuit against the hospital. But instead of following through, he left her house not long after. This story he was giving already sounded like fiction by this point, but Nick stayed adamant that every part of it was true. Maybe he thought this would be enough to convince the jury of his innocence, especially since there was no direct proof of his involvement. Unfortunately for him, the prosecution came prepared with undeniable circumstantial evidence. For instance, purchase records revealed that he bought things like latex gloves, a shovel, and a hunting knife set leading up to the crime. Cell phone data also showed that his car was present at the hunting park in Riceboro, Georgia on December 1st.
Got him.
Most importantly, investigators discovered that he was in a relationship with Samantha while he was still...
He on that mother like, yep, for sure, that's me, that's my truck. Hey, look at him.
Most importantly,
Yep.
investigators discovered that he was in a relationship with Samantha while he was still married to Mindy. He likely wanted to be with Samantha but didn't want to go through the divorce process again, so he decided to end her life instead. He also tried to cover his tracks by sending an email to Mindy's parents from a burner email account, claiming that he had died in an accident, just so they wouldn't think of coming after him. He also tried to cover his tracks by sending an email to Mindy's parents from a burner email account, claiming that he had died in an accident, just so they wouldn't think of coming after him. Nick believed that writing horror stories about familial crimes gave him the ability to lie his way out of the consequences of his actions. Fortunately, he was sorely mistaken. The trial ended on August 14, 2025, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Bang! Cool little video, chill little video, little twin. If you like videos like this, let me know. 20K soon. I love you. I don't know. More videos soon, dude.